Hey guys, Tony here. So I did want to go a little bit more in depth on my full Bitcoin thesis and why I think that, that June closing bearish or bullish is an extremely huge month for Bitcoin. And I think it can be either the month that literally tells us whether we're going to go into a 250 so plus bear market that can drop 70 to 80%, or if we are going to basically end the bear market and only do a 60 to 90 day drop of 40 to 50%. Historically, on every single high to low drop or high to low drop based off of my reverse MACD, this is all like momentum plays, right? So I'll just give you guys a quick glimpse. Back in June 1st of 2019, after 273 days, we dropped 9,500 right points, or about a 70% drop in 273 days. Again, for that 2017 rally, we actually dropped around 16,000 points, and we did an 80% correction in 365 days. Back in 2016, we dropped $296, which is around a 40% correction in 60 days. Back in 2013, we did a $980 drop, which is around 86 to 90% drop in 425 days. And again, back in 2013, we dropped $185, or on a 3% correction in 91 days. So essentially, Bitcoin likes dropping 40 to 50% in around 60 to 90 days, or Bitcoin likes dropping 70 to 80% anywhere between 250 to like 300 to 400 plus days, right? That's kind of a rough average or rough estimate of where my thesis comes from and why it's super important for us to, basically close June either bullish or bearish, right? Because from peak highs, we can already see that we were, back in April, January, February, March, April. Yeah, so April 1st, on April, we did close for the month of April bearish. For April, May, June, I think June is gonna be closing bearish. But let me see. So I think for the month of June, we are going to be closing bearish. And the bad part is that I do think that if this month closes bearish, and we continue this bearish movement towards July, 100%, I think we're going into that 250, 300 plus bear market. Again, this is based off of historical movements, based off of the current momentum I see for Bitcoin and really any other alts that are kind of following it. So my thesis here is that, if June closes bearish, that's a very big indication that Bitcoin is going to continue on and possibly go lower to that 70-80% drop that usually tends to happen in that 360 or like the year plus downtrend, right? So if that were to actually happen, let's go with like 275 days, right? Just rough estimate. If we were to drop around 70%, we are looking at previous highs of around, like $19,000, $18,900. Or if we drop 80%, we could go all the way down to like 12.5, 13,000 on BTC. I like to be a little bit more conservative, so I would say, 70% drop in like the next like 275, 300 days or so would definitely be possible. So I do think, which goes back to my original like thesis of all this, of me thinking that Bitcoin can possibly drop back to former 2017 highs, which was around, again, like that $19,000 level, $20,000 level. And it kind of plays out almost perfectly with being super conservative. 70% drop will lead us down to 19.5. And then, that like 50 is a little bit actually too high. So like a 40% dip, 50% roughly to where we are now. But like 40 to 50% drop in around 90 days would put us at bottoms of like 32,000. But we have actually seen bottoms of BTC, you know, I think at lowest like a 30K or something, right? But again, I do think these are the only two possibilities. This is the only TA I'm gonna go by. We can either close June and July bearish, and I think that's definitely a big continuation of us, you know, continuing this downtrend for another 250 plus days, and for an overall correction anywhere between 70 to 80%, unless June and July start closing on the bullish side. You know, it really depends on this next month or two. It depends how June closes, it depends how July closes, but I think these are going to be the only two cases of Bitcoin going on right now. We either close bearish June and July, which I think June, there's like a 95% chance that June closes bearish. July, obviously we don't know yet. There can be big moves. I know there's an ETF that might get passed soon. I really doubt that though. But yeah, like I said, I do think there are only two scenarios. We either correct from here, and if you guys think that there is going to be a correction and we go all the, well, not correction, but this is bottom and we're going to rally, strongly recommend you guys start buying now. Or I don't like doing anything until confirmation, so I wouldn't start buying Bitcoin or any other crypto really until after June closes. So I definitely want to see what's going on. Again, TOT, the 20-year, the 10-year, there's a lot of things that are correlating right now, or inversely correlating, that kind of worry me a little bit, right? But again, it really depends on the months of how Bitcoin closes, that we're either going to see a 60 to 90 day drop of 40 to 50% on Bitcoin, which we've already seen, or if we keep closing bearish on the months, it's a big indication that guess what, this bear market is just about to get started, and we're gonna see upwards of 70 to 80% correction in the next, I don't know, 200 more days of this. So we'll see exactly what happens, and I'll keep you guys updated. But this is my actual thesis on Bitcoin, on generally the drops that it has had and probably will happen, and this is how I'm playing it out. So I'll see you guys later.